Hey guys, good morning. I hope everybody's doing okay. I decided I was going to go ahead and start reading and explaining the agenda just in case any of you have any questions. Please keep in mind that the agenda that or the agendas that I've been creating, they are for 2 days. So the agenda that I'm going to be going over today is for the 25th and for the 26th, which is Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, please note, students, that right now we are not currently working on our 3D model. We're not working on the project. We do not have to worry about that. We want to make sure that all of us stay home and stay safe. So the first thing for tomorrow's agenda, or the 25th, is quick write number 52. And it reads, reflecting back on the school year until before we left for spring break, what is one thing that you wish you would have done differently and why? This can be anything from maybe taking better notes, listening better, maybe making sure you had done all of your assignments, whatever you feel that you should have done differently so that right now maybe you would be having an easier time as you're transitioning into e-learning, or as we are transitioning into e-learning. For example, I wish I would have been paying more attention at the technology meetings that I had attended in the past, because now I am having to use technology for all of my learning. And if you see two cats in the back, that is Asher, and right behind me is Greta, and I guess they are helping me today. Okay, so we know that that quick write goes in our composition right below quick write number 51. The next thing that you're going to be doing is, by now, students, we already finished our brainstorming when it comes to creating our own god, goddess, monster, or hero. This Friday, we are going to be presenting that information via Flipgrid. Now, the following questions must be answered in any order that we feel most comfortable with. Please make sure, students, that you visit my webpage, which is at bisd.us/Stillman, for your own unique Flipgrid code. Everyone will have access to start recording on Friday, March the 27th. So these are the questions that you're going to be answering. Number one, what kind of research did you do? Did you go into the internet? Did you watch any documentaries? Maybe you watched some videos on mythology on YouTube, or maybe you even talked to someone that is very well versed in mythology. Number two, what is the unique name of your god, goddess, hero, or monster? Remember, that name has to be unique, something that you came up with, something completely different. And what do they represent? I know we had talked about in class, do they represent Legos? Do they represent chocolate? Do they represent the Switch, a game that my daughters just recently bought? Number four, what symbol represents them? Where are they from? Do they have any enemies? What was the most challenging part of your brainstorming? What was the hardest thing for you when you started working on this brainstorming? It could pretty much be, ma'am, the hardest thing was that I had a hard time starting. Or maybe, ma'am, I haven't started yet. So that if you haven't, make sure you get this done before Friday, guys. And then the last one is there anything that you would like to add that has to do with this project? Then once you upload your video, I am going to view it. I will be the only one that views it, and this video will be counted as a test grade. So make sure you get that done, please. Once again, you can get your flip codes on my webpage. Also in Google Classroom, I've gone ahead and I have sent you a link that has my webpage. Then the third thing on the agenda, it says please click below and work on pages 313 to 316. answers can be written on a clean sheet of paper, or your parents may have picked up, or maybe they already printed out the packet for you. Make sure that you keep all of that stuff, students. First, you're going to read Lighting Up Diwali, and then you're going to read the Berlin Festival of Lights. And this right here, these two, they're paired passages, and they're very small. They're about 2 paragraphs each. And these are on pages 313 to 314. Then you're going to answer questions 1, 2, and 3, and those are on page 315. And then you're going to complete Reflect on My Learning, and that's on page 316. And I'm going to go to those pages right now. And I just wanted to comment a little on Reflect on My Learning. It all goes back to making connections, students, and that's something that we have talked, we've mentioned a lot about. How can we make connections so that we're able to understand what we read? Why is making connections so important, not only in the classroom, but also in everyday life? And then the next question that's on page 316 is, how did the critical thinking traits Reflect and Link help you make connections to personal experiences, to other texts, and to society as you read these texts? As you read these 2 passages, students, Lighting Up Diwali and the Berlin Festival of Lights, how were you able to make connections with these 2 texts right here? Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to view this video. I hope that it helps you. Also, this is kind of my way of doing my Flipgrid. And I do want to tell all of you that I do miss you very much. And I do wish I was in the classroom right now with all of you guys. Okay, talk to you soon. Feel free to comment or offer any suggestions.